Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to crochet this case. So I've used this chevron stitch and added this hook and loop instead of a zipper. So, and the side looks like this. This is puff stitch, and you can see it's spacious, lots of space inside, and you can even add some button instead of this, so it's up to you. So let's get started. I'm using 2 strands of 5-ply cotton yarn and a 4mm hook. I've already made one side, so I'm going to show you how to do this one first. So start with the magic ring and chain 2 to secure it first. So 1 and 2. So chain 2 and then close little bit the ring, and now I'm gonna make puff stitches. So a total of 6 puff stitch, and this one counts as one of the loop. So now I'm gonna yarn over, go into the ring, yarn over and pull up a loop. So you're gonna end up having 3 loops, 1, 2 and 3, and again yarn over, go into the ring and pull up a loop. So you're gonna have now total of 5 loops. So if you're using one strand, obviously I'm using 2 strands, so it's double, the loops will be doubled. So I'm gonna just count as 1. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 loops, and then yarn over, go through all 5 and chain 1. So the first one would be the stitch before the chain 1. So this one is a stitch. So I'm going to put the stitch marker into the first one and I'm going to continue. So because this one had a chain 2, I did only twice, but next one would be 3 times. So yarn over, go into the ring, pull up a loop. You got 3 loops. Yarn over, go into the ring, pull up a loop. You're going to have now 5 loops. Yarn over, go into the ring and pull up a loop, and you're gonna have a total of 7 loops. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, and then yarn over, go through all 7 and then chain 1 again. So each time you do a puff stitch, you're gonna have 2 stitches. So you can see I did the first one, I had 2, and then again I did and I had 2 with the chain. And now I'm gonna repeat this until I've got a total of 6. So 4 more times. Yarn over, go into, pull up loop, yarn over, go into the ring, pull up a loop, yarn over and go into the ring and pull up again, and then yarn over, go through all loops. Oops, I've closed the ring. And then chain 1. So you can see, and I'm gonna continue like this. So yarn over, go into the ring, pull up a loop, go into the ring and pull up a loop, and again. So each time 3 times, and then go through all 7 loops and chain 1. So I've already got 4 and 2 more. So 1, 2, 3, and then again 1, 2, 3. So you're gonna have a total of 12 stitches and 6 puff stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And now I'm gonna slip stitch on top of the first one. So take your stitch marker off, go into the very first and slip stitch. Close your ring. So you have your 6. The first round is done. For the second round, you need to work in between the 2 puffs. So you got 1 here and 1 here. You can see this space in between. I'm going to work in here. So to work over there, you need to slip stitch into the next stitch. So go into the next and slip stitch. So, and then again go into the space and slip stitch. So that's it. So now I'm in between the two puffs, and I'm gonna do 2 puff stitches into this space. So how you're gonna start is chain 2, and this time you're gonna do only twice. So yarn over, go into and pull up. So you've got 3, yarn over, go into, pull up a loop, and you're gonna have only 5. So yarn over, go through, and now chain 1. So the first stitch is this one, the first one, and then the chain 2 is the second. Oops, I can't close it. And then into the same one I'm going to do again another one. So yarn over and pull up a loop, 3 loops, yarn over and pull up a loop, and now you got 5, yarn over, go into, pull up, and you'll have 7, yarn over, go through all 7 and chain 1. So I've got 2 puff stitches into this space, and now I'm going to move into the next. So you can see this is the next. So when you pull the 2 puff stitches, you can see the space, and you're going to work over there now. So yarn over, go into that one, pull up loop, and each time you're going to do 3 times. So 2 and 3, and then go through all 3, and don't forget the chain 1. And now again I'm going to do the same thing again, 1, 2, 3, and then chain 1. So here you go, I've got 2 again, and you have to continue in each. So I've continued for 2 times now, so you're gonna have to do it for 4 more times. So you're gonna have a total of 12 puff stitches, which means 24 stitches. So now I'm going into the next, and just repeat the pattern, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, so I finished the round and slip stitch to the first stitch, and after this round you're gonna have 24 stitches. So make sure you've got 24. And now the third round, chain 1, single crochet the same, and put your stitch marker back into the first single crochet. And now I did 1 single crochet into the same stitch. Now into the next one, I'm going to do 2. So go into the next and do 2, 1 and 2. Again into the next one I'm going to do 1 single crochet, so, and into the next one again I'm going to do 2. So the pattern would be 1 and 2. So do 1 into the next, and then 2 into the next one. So you're gonna end up having 36 stitches at the end of the round. So 1, and then 1 and 2, and finishing this third round with a slip stitch into the first single crochet. And now you can fasten off and cut your yarn. So that's how it looks. So I'm moving to the body, and I'm using same kind of yarn and the same hook, 4mm. So you'll have to start with a multiple of 11 and then add an extra 2 chains. So I've done 44 chains and then added 2 extra chains, so 46. And if you're wondering why it's so long, because chevron stitch usually shrinks, so it will shrink, and the actual size you will see after first 2 rounds, or after 1 round you'll see it. So the first round would be, you skip the first chain. So this is the first chain, you need to skip this one and go into the second, and you have to place 2 single crochet into the second one. So 1, and go into the same and do 1 more and 2. So and place a stitch marker into the first one, so that will make your life easier. And now for the next 4 stitches, 1 2 3 4, I'm going to do 1 single crochet. So go into the next and do 1 single crochet, and the next 2 and 3 and 4. So I've got 4 single crochet, and then I'm going to skip next 2 stitches, 1 and 2. So 1 2, and then go into the third one. So from the third one I'm going to make again 4 single crochet. So 1 2 3 and 4, skip next 2, go into the third one and continue again 4 single crochet. 1 2 3 and 4. And now it's time for the next stitch. I'm going to do 3 single crochet into the next. So go into the next and do 3 single crochet. So it's 1 2 and 3. And then continue again for 4 stitches. I'm going to do single crochet next 4. So go into the next 4, 1 2 3 and 4. And this is the repeat pattern. So after these 4 you'll have to again skip next 2, go into the third one and do again 4 single crochet into the next 4. So 1 2 3 4, and after 4 again into the fifth one I'm going to do 3 single crochet. So you can see the repeat, 2 and 3, and next 4 again 1 single crochet, 1 2 3 and 4. So I've continued the pattern and I'm in the last stitch. So after this point over here you skip 2 and do the 4, and you'll be left with 1 stitch. So this last chain where you'll have to place 2 single crochet as you did with the first chain. So the starting and the ending is always 2 single crochet. So I've placed my 2 and that's it. So after another round you'll see the actual length, still it's a little bit not the right size. So chain 1, and for the next turn your work, and I'm going to use the back loop only. So you've got 2 loops. So this is the front one and the other one. So I'm going to go into the first one and do 2 single crochet. So 1, and place your stitch marker, and then do another one and 2. So the pattern is quite similar, it's just same thing. So do 1 single crochet next 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then skip next 2, go into the third and do again 4. So 4 is the number that you have to remember. 1, 2, 3 and 4. After these 4 single crochet, you'll now be on the middle one of the 3 that you do in the same stitch. So if you remember, last round we did 3 in the same, so this is the middle one where you're gonna work now. So again, you'll need to work 3 single crochet, 1, 2 and 3, and now continue again for next 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4, and again skip next 2, go into the third and continue doing 4. So the pattern is really simple, you just need to continue like this for the whole round and always work in the back loop only. Now I'm again on the middle one, top one. I'm going to do 3, 1, 2 and 3, and then I'm going to continue again 4 and then skip next 2 and continue like this. Each time you are in the down point, you skip 2. Each time you are in this top one, you do 3 single crochet, and you can see. And I'm the last bit where I need to skip next 2, go into the next third one and do the 4 single crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, and the last one, here's the stitch marker. I'm gonna do 2 in the last. 1 and 2. So that's the end of the round 2. This is how it looks like, and after these 2 rounds I'm gonna switch color. So if you want to continue the same color, just keep doing it, but what I'm going to do is undo this last stitch, and once you have these 2 loops, and I'm going to join my new yarn. So let me grab it. And then finish the single crochet, and what you can do is tie the ends so it's secured, and ready for the third round. It's just repeating the same pattern. So chain 1, turn your work. Into the first one you'll always have to do 2 single crochets, so you'll start with 1 and then 2, and always using the back loop and the stitch marker always on top of the first one, and keep doing it. So after these 2 you need to go into the next 4, skip next 2, the next 4, and then in the 5th one 3, and the repeat pattern you already know it. So I'm just gonna continue for a few more stitches. 1, 2, 3 and 4, skip next 2, go into the third and do again 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 3. 1, 2, and 3. So I've continued the work for a total of 28 rounds, and in the last one I've only done one single crochet instead of 2, and then chain 1 and fasten off. And now I'm going to do a round of single crochet into each end. So one more thing is that what I did is after each 2 round, so every 2 rounds, so when you change your yarn, I haven't cut and then rejoin it, but I left the yarn and then grab it after 2 rounds. So I've got these loops here, you can see. So I'm not worried about these loops because now when I do the single crochet round, it won't be visible, and also you can see this side is not visible. When you see on this side, then the loops is visible, so I keep this one as the wrong side and this is the right one. So now I'm going to start with the single crochet, so you can start from any side. And now for every 2 rounds I'm going to do 3 single crochet. So suppose this is 2 rounds, I'm going to do 3, and then this is 2, I'm going to do 3, and exactly where I'm going to show you now. So take your yarn, choose any color you want, make a slip knot, and I'm going to show you now. So you can see there's this hole. If you stretch, then you can see more. So these holes are where I'm gonna work, and every 2 rounds have 2 holes. So this is where I'm gonna work. So for the first rounds, I'm gonna join into this very first hole. You can see it's really visible, and grab your yarn. Oops. And do a chain 1, and then do a single crochet into the same. So this is my first single crochet, just 2. And now moving into the next, pull, and you can see the whole next one, and I'm going to place a single crochet into that, and the next is here, I'm going to place 1. So I placed 1 single crochet into these 3 holes. Now from now on, what I'm going to do is into the next one I'm going to do 2, and then 1, 2 and 1, and I'm going to repeat this. So actually I'm going to start with doing this 1 and 2, and the next one, which is here, I'm going to do 1. So it's really straightforward. Yes. So next one I'm going to do 2, 1 and 2, into the next one 1, and again into this one. This is where I've joined yarn because I finished it, so you cannot see the hole. So now I'm going to place 2 into this 1 and 2, and then 1, and repeat this pattern. So if you got 28 rounds, sorry, you got 28, but in pairs they are 14. So you can see 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 and 14. So you have to multiply 14 by 3, so you'll know how many single crochet you are doing. So now 1 2 1 1 2 1, and continue till the end. And I'm into the last 2 rounds. I'm gonna do 2 and into the last. So the last one I'm gonna do into this first stitch, and that's it. And chain one, and you can cut the yarn. You can even avoid to do the last one. It's actually not very nice, so I'm gonna take off, and what I'm gonna do is go into the last and do a slip stitch, and then pull your yarn. So now you got a nicer shape, so you don't need that last stitch. And now for the other side, it's same thing. So let's start from this side. So you're gonna start from this bit here. I'm gonna place, and then this side is a little bit different because of these loops, but when you pull you can still see where you have to place your single crochet. So if you pull these loops down or up, you can see the hole, see? So the similar way you're gonna do the single crochet into this side as well, or you can start doing from the other side where it is more visible. Yeah, so you can start from this end and go all the way here. So I'm gonna join the yarn, so make your slip knot first and then join, do a chain, and as you did, go into the next and do 2, 1 and 2, and now going into the next and doing 1 and pull, so you can see. So this is a little bit different from the other side. So just make sure to place the same amount of stitch as the other side and you'll be fine. I've already joined one side and also added this hook and loop, and now I'll be showing how to join the other side. And remember, where you started is the flap, and you ended here. So this is the inner part, and this is the flap bit. So I'll be joining the other side from the inside. So let's start like this. So this is the wrong side, and so you've got 36 stitches in this side, so you'll be joining 36 stitches starting from this point. So this is the wrong side, and take a needle with some yarn. So this is the easiest method to join. Start from the first one. So this is my first, and this is the slip stitch, you can see. So I'm going through the first one, and then go through both loops of the side, not the side, the body, and go through one loop of the side. I've actually gone through both loops in both, so go through both. So it's up to you, you can choose. And then pull your yarn, I've got 2 long yarn, and make a knot. So tie, and now continue. So I'm going into the next, and then the next. So go through both loops and just continue this way all the way for 36 stitches. And now I'm going to tie these 2 ends together. And that's done. You can weave the ends, and so if this hook and loop doesn't stay in place, what you can do is sew around to secure it, or if you have the stripes on, is better, and then close it, and that's it. So you can see this is not staying in place, so I'm going to sew in obviously, and it will be alright. So that's it. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you.